In this tutorial, we are looking at 3 criticisms of marketisation policies in education. This has come from paper 1, 2023, and I'm going to use the mark scheme, some examples of student answers and the examiner report. And more importantly, as I go through it, I want you to have a go at this question and check your answers against that mark scheme right at the end. So a quick reminder about the 6-mark question. It appears on paper 1, but also paper 3. It's the second question, and it will ask you to outline 3 things. These could be factors, reasons, in this case, criticisms. And your answers should be short for each point that you're being asked for. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. Start each point on a separate line, and if you are not sure that all your points are right but you can think of an extra one, pop that one down. Now aim to answer this question quite quickly. Be straight to the point, spending no more than 9 minutes on this question. So this is the question that we are looking at, and when you do get this question, read it a few times, underline the trigger words. They will help you answer the question, and if needed, make some annotations just to help organise your thoughts. Now, marketisation policies are simply laws that were introduced to encourage schools to be run like a business, and what you're being asked is to criticise these policies. So at this point, you might want to pause it, have a go, and then join back in. So the examiner report is really useful. It's what's published after every exam paper, and it gives you a really good insight to what the majority of students did when answering these questions and why they were successful, and also what to avoid. So as you can see, there were 2 approaches to answering this question. Firstly, many students criticised marketisation policies in general. For example, the myth of parentocracy. Or secondly, some took individual marketisation policies and criticised those. For example, league tables being misleading and not an accurate picture of the success of the school. Now, where students lost marks is where they discussed privatisation or policies that were not linked to marketisation, such as the tripartite system. So based on this, recheck your answer if you want to make any additions or clarify some points. This is your opportunity to do so. So here are some examples of student answers that were credited, and as you can see ideally how much you should be writing for each of these criticisms. And even though these are from 3 different student papers that got back, they use the 1 criticism, a 2nd criticism, a final criticism, and it makes it really easy for the examiner to identify that they have given 3 separate points. Lastly, we've got the mark scheme, and this will help you check your answer. Make any additions or things that you forgot, and remember, when you are using mark schemes like this, they are often quite useful for longer questions as well, especially where you are asked to evaluate marketisation. Okay, so this might be quite good to put on some flashcards and include them in your longer essays. So here's another question for you to have a go at, another 6-marker. Make sure you're using your notes, use your own mark scheme or use the past paper. Time yourself and play being the examiner. And to summarise, read the question at least twice before answering, highlight and annotate to organise your thoughts. New point, new line. Make sure you're given an identification point and an explanation which links to the hooks in the question, and practice. Use question banks, past papers in order to familiarise yourself with these. And massive thank you for watching. Please click like, share it and comment if you've got any questions. Have a great day.